violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
A 21-year-old in custody tonight accused of stabbing, slashing, and beating a 19-year-old in Corona. You're looking at crime scene video there at 108th Street last night. Police say when officers arrived, the male suspect was holding a bat. The victim is in critical but stable condition.
Wow, so you have this teen super gremlin who attacked a woman with a bat and a knife in Queens. Pretty crazy situation here. Very sad, very unfortunate. Hopefully this woman survives this horrible attack. But this has become the norm in New York City, and it appears that it may continue.
Elmhurst Hospital. Police said the two live together, but they are working on piecing together their exact relationship at this point.
Behind me, a memorial now sits in his honor. Candles are lit just steps away from where a 63-year-old man was stabbed alongside his photo. His neighbor, Marta Roman, can't believe he's gone.
He helped anyone that knocked on his door, anyone. I got diagnosed with cancer, so he always made sure that I had food. If I needed somewhere to go, make sure I got there.
She says she last saw him hours before he was killed, and he continued to show his generosity.
And when the board dropped, he knocked on my door. He told me Happy New Year's, and he said, open your hand. And the man put some money in my hand. I was like, no. He was like, no, here.
Wow, so it seems like this brother was a stand-up guy, helping out the women in his building, helping out everybody that he came across, you know? Just the all-around good guy. And, you know, we see this time and time again, the worst of us taking out the best of us. So I'm glad that this woman has so many nice things to say about this brother, because, you know, a lot of these guys who are taken by the hands of these super gremlins on demon time go unnoticed and forgotten.
Happy New Year. It went on
I ain't gonna lie, it looked like somebody went upside her head too.
On New Year's Day, just before 4 a.m., police responded to a 911 call of two people stabbed. Police say the man and a 38-year-old woman were taken to the hospital by private means. An investigation revealed the stabbing happened in front of an apartment building on College Avenue near East 169th Street. Police sources say it was a dispute over parking. Witnesses said there was an argument between two men. The suspect got away.
What happened out there over a parking space was unethical, unheard of. It's ridiculous.
Over a parking space, guys. This is the game. This is how these super gremlins are moving nowadays. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Whoever did it, because I don't know, you know, really needs to get caught.
An arrest has not yet been made. Police say the woman who was stabbed here is in stable condition at the hospital, and police have not yet released the name of the victim. But of course, as soon as we have more information, we will bring it to you. We're live in the Claremont Village section of the Bronx. Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
All right, Jenna, thank you.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble. where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga did Quavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pop.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take over
What
your
more
store.
do you want from me?
Bush, where a store owner is fighting for his life tonight after he was brutally beaten and more than $100,000 in jewelry was stolen from his shop. News 12's Shanice Archer spoke with his son, who's begging people in the neighborhood to help him find the person that almost beat his father to death.
You're looking at 79-year-old Manny, who's fighting for his life in the ICU after a brutal attack at his jewelry store just a few days ago.
They're beating my father.
Wow. So, you know, that picture was very graphic. It looked like all types of head trauma and possibly brain bleeding going on there. So I don't want to show too much of that, but you know, this is getting insane. It's hard to protect people when you have the politicians, you know, advocating for softening the rules, lessening the severity of certain laws. It's ridiculous.
They were beating him to death. As a matter of fact, they did beat him enough with the intention to kill him.
Here's surveillance video from that attack. You can hear Manny crying out as the two men continue to beat him.
They tried to hide him under the subfloor of the store.
Then they moved on to stuffing their pockets and bags with more than $100,000 worth of jewelry.
My father has severe brain injury. He's at a hospital. The hospital nurses and doctors, they're trying to save him. We just need prayers.
Cohen also tells us that his father's store, Roxy Jewelry, is now closed. He said,
wow, man. And if you're running a jewelry store, you definitely want to have security, because these super gremlins ain't playing and they will run in there and take whatever you got.
Says inside is completely destroyed and he doesn't know when or if they will ever reopen. A business that was in the community for more than 25 years.
These two people are walking among us.
There you have it. There you have it. They got off with 100 bands worth of jewelry. Making it hot. These super gremlins are on demon time.
The public to identify them, call the police, and get them off the streets. And hopefully the city and the state can be wise enough to keep them in jail.
The NYPD says they're still investigating.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's probably not likely.
What happened at this jewelry store. And if you have any information that could help, police ask that you call the Crime Stoppers hotline.
Chico.
From Flatbush, I'm Shanice Archer, News 12.
Store and nearly beat the owner to death during a robbery.
Chico to the right.
CBS 2's Hannah Klieger is in Prospect Lefferts Gardens tonight. She spoke with his son, who was begging the public for help.
Manny Cohen has owned Roxy Jewelry Store on Flatbush Avenue for 25 years.
Uh-oh, and see, that might be the problem right there. Too close to the Popeyes and too close to the T-Mobile. That's a recipe for disaster.
25 years.
A staple of the community. He loves the people there. The people love him.
Now the 79-year-old father and grandfather is in the ICU, drifting in and out of consciousness after police say Friday evening 2 men robbed more than $100,000 worth of jewelry. His son Sean says they beat him within an inch of his life.
They thought he was dead and they tried to hide his body on the subfloor of the store.
And that's even more egregious. They thought they deleted him. They thought they beat him to a pulp. They thought they beat him to death, man. And they try and hide the body and take off with the jewelry.
He knew something was wrong after his dad didn't call him after work like usual and didn't show up to his Friday night dinner. That's when he checked the store's surveillance camera from home and saw this video of the suspects taking jewelry from his father's store. Surveillance video inside the store captures his screams.
You watch something happening on the video and you're far away and there's nothing you could do. I could hear the scream of your father screaming for his life.
He immediately called police, who arrived within minutes. Cohen says officers found his father in a hole in the floor and emergency responders rushed him to the hospital. The past few days were spent in agony.
We put our faith in Almighty and the doctors and the nurses at the hospital.
Police released these photos of the suspects, and the Cohen family hopes someone, somewhere, knows who they are.
We have a basic right to live in safety. They're walking among the public, and they will do this again to another person's father, another person's husband or grandfather.
A heartfelt plea in the hopes this doesn't happen to another loved one. In Flatbush Lefferts Gardens, Hannah Klieger, CBS 2 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.